Hi and welcome to assignment 1 of topic 7. In topic 7 it's all about objects, and we've seen objects in the lectures, so let's move on to the first exercise or assignment on objects. So we can use objects to represent instances of real world and or tangible entities. In this case we will do so for colors and people. And so colors should have 3 components, red, green and blue. And people should have a name, an age and a favorite color, which in turn will be an object, right? You will often create new objects, and they often occur in arrays with similar structured objects. So as discussed, we are going to use arrays for homogeneous collections, meaning all the same type, either ints or floats, booleans and so on, or in this case objects of the same type, so arrays of people, arrays of colors. And we will use objects to structure data that's heterogeneous, of different types. So in this case, even though red, green and blue will be of the same type, in the case of a person, name and age and favorite color will not be of the same type, because name will be a string, age will be a number, and favorite color will be a new object. Okay, so first thing we should do is create the functions createRGBColor and createPerson. Let's do this. So we have a function createRGBColor, and so that's what we often do in languages like JavaScript, who isn't class-based. In class-based languages, you have to define a class, and then all objects will be derived from that class and will be assured to be the same structure. So in this case, in a class-based language, all people derived from the class person would have a name and an age and a favorite color for sure. In JavaScript, this doesn't have to be, so you can come up with a person that has a name but not an age, and then a favorite color and some other property, and other people having a name and an age and not the other property and still a favorite color, and so on. So the best thing to assure this is just to make create functions that will get all the properties that should belong to this new type of object. Okay, in this case we have red, green and blue, and we will return the object, and we can do so by creating a new object on the fly having red, green and blue. Now, what is one of the advantages, that if you use the createRGBColor to create a color, you will always get objects of the same type, and the labels or the keys will be the same for all the objects. Okay, so no mistake between red and red, green and blue, and then some other object RGB. Okay, let's find out in the test what they need to have. And it needs to be RGB, as you can see. Okay, that's what's expected. So I'm going to change my code in RGB. So this should turn my test green. Let's see. There we go. No, we have some problems. createPerson is not defined, so we should create person at once as well. Okay, probably because the export is already down there. So let's create the person as well. And person will take a name, an age and a color. Okay, and we will again return an on the fly made object with a name, an age and the favorite color, okay, which should be favorite color. Just going to find out if these are the keys that are expected by the test. And it seems so. Name, age, favorite color. So let's run the tests. Okay, this is for the createRGBColor, it turns green, and this is for the createPerson, turns green as well. So that's it for the first video on assignment 1 for topic 7, the create functions.